Welcome back to the channel. Today, give me just a I got something. It's a nice little surprise. Went and visited my cousin and told him I was in the market for a new muzzleloader or a different muzzleloader, and he now I've got a scope and everything goes on this, but you can take the scope off, and the way it's made, it's got grooves and stuff on it to where it has to seat right back exactly. Well, where it come off from, and it don't mess the alignment of the scope up. You just tighten it back down, and there it is. But this is a Ruger M77/50. It's a 50 cal muzzleloader, Hawkeye, and it's the all-weather. It's the Ruger all-weather 77/50 Hawkeye muzzleloader. But this was produced in the late 80s to early 90s. It still shoots the little number 11 primers. It comes in a little thing like this tin. I like to never found these. I'm about to find me some to keep up with it. But couldn't find nothing about it online except it tells you the value and that they're rare and they're hard to come by and they're supposed to be an outstanding little gun, stuff like that, but nothing to detail, anything about the gun, how to clean it, how to take it apart, anything. So I thought I'd do this video and show everybody kind of what I'm doing. I got to find a sling for it, but it should have a sling, but it doesn't. But here it is. It's a nice gun. It's stainless steel barrel. It's got stainless steel scope rings. Now, he's got a Tasco scope on it, and I'm going to try it with it. But I want to, maybe put a little better scope on it. I'll probably put a 3x9x40 Vortex Crossfire 2 or something on it and try to get what help I can. The first thing I'm going to do is, so I don't damage, just take the scope off since it doesn't mess with the alignment. We haven't test fired nothing yet. I just want to take it apart, clean it real good, and then, make sure that it is usable, which I know it's usable. He just used it a couple years ago. Let me let the camera down so you can see it, and I'll explain to you everything that's going on. Okay, are you able to see what I'm doing? I got myself a treat this morning. I got to make sure I don't eat all them. May have sent them home to Charles. I like those a little too well. Okay, let me find my screwdriver. There it is. We'll start disassembling. It's got the typical barrel ring. It comes on all Rugers, except this one has a place for the sling between it right here, and you clip your sling to it. Now, what I understand, these are kind of a rare gun. You got to pull the ramrod out. Make sure it's unloaded. I know this one is. I've done. I run the ramrod down in it, done a measurement, and it comes all the way back to the breech plug. So I know for a fact that that gun is unloaded for sure. Okay. You take that barrel ring off. It's just like the ones on your 1022. anything else. I'm gonna lay it down here in this box. Now right here is two screws. You have to remove them. They're right here at the front and the back of the trigger guard. Now I'm breaking this down so I can see what's under the stock and everything else. I actually want to give this gun a thorough cleaning, a thorough oiling, and giving a thorough examination. But this is one I will keep from now on because he gave it to me kind of for Christmas. And it'll be here as long as I'm here. Then I guess if he wants it back, he can have it back. Take the trigger guard off. And then you just kind of pop it a little bit and see the stock will come right off of it. Now this is let me show you one thing I like about this. See how stout that stock is built? But it don't have all that wiggle and play and stuff like a cheaper stock would. That stock right there is stout. And I mean, it seems to be a good one. So I'm gonna lay it over here out of the way. All right. When you look at the back side of this one, there's two little set screws, one here and one here. You have to loosen them up just a little bit. See the bolt, let me show you. The bolt comes back, and normally you can mice this little bolt release right here. It's right here. And the bolt will come out, but this one where it's got the two set screws, they also make sure the bolt don't fall out of it while you're walking through the woods or something. You do not want them to fall out. You just want to loosen them up enough to let the bolt come out. Okay, I have a screwdriver that fits them. I just don't know where it's at. I bring it up flush with the guns. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to let them come up above that because I don't want them to fall out. But that should be more than enough. See how I brought them up flush? Okay, then you mice the trigger, mice the bolt release, and the bolt should just slide right out, and it did. We're going to give this bolt a good wiping down and cleaning and give it a good oiling. They do make a 209 conversion kit. See how dirty it is? I was looking at them and I was thinking about converting it, but it's $250 for the conversion kit. And I may just, if it shoots good and it don't fail me on the little number 11 caps, I may just leave it at that. But again, if I happen to run up on one that I can afford, I don't know about $250 in it. Now this is the tradition nipple wrench or breech plug wrench. It's got the slot in it that goes from side to side. That's what it takes to get this out. It doesn't fit it perfectly, but it does fit it. Okay, that wasn't bad at all. I know he takes real good care of his guns, so I didn't have too much doubt that everything wouldn't come apart like it's supposed to. And right here's the breech plug, and that's where your little number 11 cap slides up on it. We'll give that a thorough cleaning. Okay, I'm gonna look through the rifle and see if they're good. Yep. I don't know if I can get it where you can see them rifles or not. Well, there it is. They're in real good shape. There ain't a lot of rust in it. Now, this cleaner I like, and it's because oil and stuff kind of turns like a glue or an epoxy, and this goof off. I like to take and clean with it because it's like alcohol based, and if there's anything on there that's sticky, like oil will get, it'll kind of help take it off. But now where this is stainless steel, you know, there shouldn't be a lot on it that's stuck or anything, but we want to make sure that we get her good and clean. .50 caliber for black powder or Paradex only. So it will shoot the little Paradex pellets. But I'm wiping everything, all the surfaces down real good. Down in here. And trying to get it as clean as I can. But if you look, what I was telling you about that scope, see how it's got them grooves don't go all the way across. That scope sits down, it's got a thing that sits down in that groove, and then it locks on to the scope piece there, or the track, and it locks it in place again, right where it was. Now, it had a set of sights on it, and somebody took that one off. I may look into seeing if I can find the sights for it, and our front sight, and just put it up and have it, because, you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's just I like the little Ruger. I like Rugers. You'll find that out. I've got let's see, 2 Ruger American Gen 1s, a 308 and a 270. I have the Ruger pistol. I have it's a 22. Then I've got a 44 Magnum pistol, the Super Black Hawk. I've got a Ruger AR-15 in there in the cabinet. And, you know, I own several Rugers. I've got the Ruger 1022 also. So, I mean, I have several of the Ruger products, and I've been satisfied with them. So, I don't see no need to change. Now, I got a brother-in-law that actually collects the Hawkeye Rugers. And, of course, I had to call and tell him, you know, that I got this one, and that I was sure proud of it. He said he wasn't too awful much in the muzzleloaders, which I know he ain't. Let's see. I'm going to take this. I'm going to run this down through the barrel a couple times. It's just that little cloth, that thing. And try to clean any powder or anything in there out with this. Now, what I done is I put a rag on the floor to catch any fluids that leak out or leak down the barrel, whatever. I'm going to do it one more time with the cleaning solvent. Then I will run cleaning patches down in it. Let's see if it's going to go down in it. Nope. Let me get another one. Okay. I'm going to run this clean one through it twice, and then I will run an actual rag down through it to, make sure there's nothing left in it. And then we'll put a light coat of oil over the barrel, or down in the barrel. Okay. Let me see what it looks like. She's come nice and clean, buddy. But I'm still going to run this rag down in there. But you basically clean it the same way as you do any other muzzle loader. But I wanted to show you how to take it apart, because it took me a minute to figure it out. And I ain't gonna kid you, I took it apart and then put it back together to figure out how it done it before I come on here to tell you all. So I didn't tell y'all something, y'all go, he's crazy. I'm hunting a little adapter. It goes from the little artist to the big size. I'm gonna do the next one with my cleaning kit. I bought a scope today, a sling, but it don't fit. Must have been a shotgun one or something. Okay, I'm gonna run this brush down it, because there does appear to be a little bit of buildup down on one end. Now I'm not going to scrub this. I'm just going to kind of go up and down a time or two. Now, as you can see, I'm not going insane with it, but there is a little powder down there towards or like a spot down there. Now, I just want to kind of give it a cleaning. Now she looks good. She looks like a brand new one. Okay, I'm gonna wipe it down one more time with this goof off because I've touched it and everything else. I did notice when I first took it apart to see how it done, it seems like the caps are bad to fall down through this little hole right here, and it'll kind of jam the bolt up. And I had to kind of tap it and stuff to get it to work back, and it finally dropped them things out. Then let me lay this over here. Well, I thought I had some. Let me run and get some paper towels or toilet paper, and I'll be right back. Oh. Okay, I'm back. We ain't got a roll of paper towels, pop roll. Now, I'm gonna wipe this barrel down and try to examine it. Let's see. Yeah, it's still showing some dirt in that barrel, so I'm gonna run another couple through it. I want to push these paper towels through there until they come out, fairly clean, or clean if I can, but as clean as possible. If you look, see all that black? I want to get it where they got all that on it. See, it's still showing dirt. Yeah, it's starting to show a little cleaner. Y'all pardon me. My back's want to act up a little bit. I'm gonna put some of this cleaner. It's a solvent solution on it, and see if maybe it'll help it. Right there, that barrel's as clean as it could be, but I'm gonna run one more time. You gotta remember this black powder is very corrosive, and it will mess up your barrel. It's still showing dirty. I don't care how. See how black that is? We'll go after it again. The thing about cleaning guns is, in my book, the biggest thing is patience. If you're going to try to do it in 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you probably ain't going to get it done. We've done been at this almost 28 minutes. It's a little too much. That's starting to look a little better. There's a couple days left of muzzleloader season. I'm thinking about taking it out there and shooting it a time or two and see how it's lined up. Now that and there come fairly clean, so let's look down it. Okay, that looks good. Now, what I'm going to do is, let's lay this up here for a second. I'm going to put me some of that Lucas gun oil that I talk about so much. Now, I'm not sponsored by Lucas. They're not paying me. It's just the best oil I found for guns yet. And it's what I put on mine. Now I'm just going to run a thin coat of oil down this barrel. Let me look at it. Yeah, it looks real good. Oh. Now I'm going to take and give me another little piece of paper towel here. I'm going to put some oil on it, and down here where the stock and everything goes, I want to put a light coat of oil on it to protect everything inside the stock. You don't want to go heavy because, as we know, muzzleloaders throw a lot of powder and stuff, and it makes it stick worse. But you just want a good light coat. And I'm only putting it right now where the stock rides on it, and everything will be covered by the stock. Okay, now one drop right here at the safety, because I don't want it making much noise. Hear that? I'm going to put a drop or two on the trigger assembly. And I'm just going to take my finger and kind of spread this oil out. Okay. I'm going to bring the stock back over here. Set it up in the gun vise. Well, not like that. Like this. And I'm going to set the gun. See, all this is where it goes down in here. That's what I was focusing on oiling. So it's got, it'll be protected too. Then I can oil all this when I get the gun back together. Now, let me see here. The next thing I'm going to do, let me slide it back so you can see. I think you'll be able to see it. I'm going to go ahead and put the barrel clamp back on it. Just slide it there into place. Well, I'm going to tighten it up. There it is. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it over and put the two bolts and the trigger guard back in it. But I'm going to take and wipe the trigger guard out real good. Now, I am not a gunsmith. This is just how I take care of my guns. So, I'm just trying to help you with the way I do it. I'm going to put just a little coat of oil on the side of this trigger where it goes down into the stock, I'm going to put a little oil around the edge of it. I'm going to oil the bottom of it. And that's just in case, like, you have to get out in the rain or something. It gives your gun a little bit of protection. There we go. Now, these two bolts, what little's on my finger, I'm going to rub it on the thread of them. And the one that has the plate, it ain't all threaded all the way up. It goes in the front. And then the one that's threaded all the way up will go in the back. Now, I'm not trying to bust the stock or nothing. I'm just making sure everything's good and tight. Okay, let's flip it back over. Let me find the bolt. Oh, it's right here. Okay, I'm going to take a rag or a paper towel. Spray some of the solvent cleaner or this goop or goof off on it. And any old oil, I'm going to try to remove from this if I can, because I'm going to try to put new oil on it. Let me see. I'm going to try to clean this out where the I'll work on figuring out how to take that bolt apart so I can take it and clean it. But if I figure it out, I'll make a video on how to clean the bolt to it. But right now, it's fairly clean. Now I'm going to take this clean rag where I wiped that solvent dissolver on it. Wipe it down good. Okay. I'm going to put a drop right here at the back of it, like where it works. Put one right there where the bolt twist is. Then on the side right here, there's a spring. Okay. And once again, I'm going to put me just a drop on the bolt itself and give it a light coating. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the gun. Oh, wait a minute. Let me put a little oil down in this. Remember, we're just looking for a light coating. Oh, the breech plug ain't back in it yet either. I haven't cleaned it. Okay, let me lay this over out of the way. Let me get a couple paper towels because this will probably be pretty dirty. What I've got is a little brush, kind of like a toothbrush that comes with that kit. I'm cleaning them threads. Hell. That hole's good and open. Now, I'm going to put this red and tacky grease that's fortified with anti-seize on it to make sure when I shoot it, it doesn't weld the breech plug into the gun. And all I want to do is get it on the threads. Okay. I'm looking for there it is. I may have put these bolts on the wrong place because something is okay. On the trigger assembly, I have the bolts on backwards, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this breech plug up. Then I will take it off and straighten it up. Now I'm not gonna bar down on this real hard. I'm just gonna tighten it, snug it up enough that I know that breech plug won't come back out. I'm gonna lay it back up here in the vise. And I've obviously got them screws in backward because they're catching up into the bolt. So let me see what is going on here. Okay, I'm gonna put the one that's not all the way threaded in the back this time. And put the one that's threaded all the way up into the front. Okay. Get the bolt, put it back in it. That went in easy enough. It sure works nice and smooth. Let me put the ramrod in it. Well, now I'm gonna wipe it down good with oil. Everything now, including the stock, I'm gonna wipe it down with oil and give it a protection from the weather or anything it gets into. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put the ramrod in it, but I'm gonna give it a light coat too. And I'm gonna remount the scope and show you kind of how it works. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bolt down. If you look right there on the bottom of that scope mount, you'll see that little round pointed thing pointing down. That is the thing that aligns your scope back up on your rifle. But see, when it gets in that groove, it ain't right. I gotta turn it around where I can see it. There it went. Okay, now it folded and went down. I mean, it slid down in them grooves. Now, you don't want to put a terrible lot of tension on this, but you do want to snug it down good and tight to where it won't be moving. Okay. And there it is. One clean, ready to go into the woods or hunting. I'm going to shoot it a time or two and see how it does. That sure is a pretty gun, and I appreciate him giving it to me. I'm going to go ahead and wipe my scope down with this little bit of oil, but I'm not going to, I will change the scope on it, but not this year, as long as it'll shoot and hold up. Right there she is, a Ruger M77/50 all-weather Hawkeye muzzleloader. And this will be here forever because he gave it to me. I'm just a sling away from it being ready to go. And I can always borrow a sling off one of them others if I take a notion to take her in the woods. But right there she is. Oh, I about forgot to tighten them little set screws up on the side right here. Don't forget those because that's what helps hold your bolt. But now I'm going to tell you, they are tiny. And you don't tighten it all the way down. You just tighten them down enough to countersink them so they'll touch that bolt if it tries to fall out. But I got that done too. I don't thank my cousin Rick for it. I appreciate it. It's a beautiful gun. And I'm going to try to put a deer underneath it. He said he's killed several with it. I'm going to try to put one underneath it. And I think I just have one doe day. I'm going to check and see. I believe in Scott County, it's all week is doe week. And if it is, I may go up there and hunt a friend of mine's farm and see if I can't go ahead and tag out. I got 2 does, I think, left. And man, that is pretty. But I'm going to try to get them done. Well, I'm going to jump off here. Oh, hold on a minute. I'll be right back. No, good grief. My little friend, she's 18. Tori Hill, I've known her since she was a baby, made some shirts. This is what she come up with. It says YouTube at Mountain Man Common Sense. And she can do whatever size you need. She's got me in these in what was they, 4X? Yeah, 4X long. But she said $15 if anybody'd like to have one. Message down there in the comments if you'd like to have a shirt. It's $15 plus shipping. And it'll take her a minute to get it done. But we will make sure that it comes out. And what we'll do is I don't know how the super likes go. Somebody comment down there in the bottom if you could do like a $15 super like or when she comes up the price, we'll say shipped, and I'll go by the post office and see what it costs on the flat rate shipping. And we'll come up with a dead set price, but I'm gonna say it'll be $20 for a t-shirt or something. And if y'all will do a super like for $20 and then comment what size you want and stuff, and go to the Mountain Man Common Sense on Facebook. Let's do it that way. Go to Mountain Man Common Sense on Facebook. Go in there and message me the size you would like to have, your address, and then we will do a super like for the money, and then I will make sure that you get your t-shirt. She does have the ability to do hats and stuff too, and she said she would do them. Okay, I'm not getting nothing out of this. This is completely 100% her. You know, y'all will be helping her, not me. But she's a sweet youngin'. She's trying to get a little t-shirt business going. She's going to do hats. She does stickers. Let me show you my sticker. Oh, she makes them smaller too, but this is for the back window of my truck. See there? I think the stickers were $10. And, you know, I'm just trying to help her a little bit. See, I bought, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I bought 5 shirts myself, just so I have them to wear around. And, of course, I didn't have to pay shipping now. I didn't have to pay shipping. But, if you're interested, you know, kind of just go ahead and comment, you know, if you're interested. And that way I can get you a price and get it dead set. I'll do a video on them and what she has to offer one day. And we'll work it to where y'all can order some stuff if you want to. Okay, I'm going to jump off here. You all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other. And we'll see you on the next video.